Okay, this is part two of my response, and I'm not going to mention the person's name, although I could. But so like I was saying, in Chicago, they finally stood up after like a year and a half of abuse. They were trying to be reasonable and negotiate with the city, but the city just wasn't having it. The city wasn't listening to them because black people don't back up their word. Okay, as far as standing up goes. We always expect people to have integrity and decency like us, and they don't. They don't. The only thing they care about is money. So we have to get that through our thick skulls. The only thing they care about is money. So you have to hit them in the pocketbook. Okay, you have to hit them where it hurts. So so they finally stood up. They voted. The whole community voted for Chicago not to be a sanctuary city anymore. And you know what the city council did? They said, oh, well, even if you don't want it to be a sanctuary city, we voted for it to remain a sanctuary city. What the fuck? What the fuck? So I think the people in Chicago decided they're not going to be Democrats anymore. They're not going to be Democrats anymore. They're going to be Republican or independent or whatever. Now, the first time blacks left the political party of the Republicans is because the Republicans weren't listening to them. So they finally left. I don't know how long that took. But I think it took like at least 60 years. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. But yeah, it's time for a change, baby. They better do our commands or else. Now, I know they don't want to pay reparations. Yeah, I know that. And who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what they feel about it. I don't care. Do you think that, and I think it's terrible, when people like this person tries to shame other black people for asking for reparations. That is just ridiculous. We shame each other. We're doing master's work when we do shit like that. Don't do that shit. Don't try to, like I said, don't come to me and try to shame me for asking for something I deserve. Okay, fuck you. Mind your own business. Stay in your lane. Don't try to see when blacks do that to other blacks, we are doing the master's work. We are doing the white supremacist work. Don't do that shit. Okay? I truly believe that if our ancestors saw what we're doing today, they would be like, well, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? You guys are voting and voting and voting for nothing. You don't demand nothing. You don't back it up and say, you better do what you said you were going to do or else. You're just voting for nothing? Just out of sheer pride or because they come up and dance a little bit for you? Have you ever had a child in a relationship that was going nowhere? She's been with the guy for what, 3-5 years? He hasn't promised her anything. He doesn't get her anything for Valentine's Day, nothing for her birthday, and she's still there? And what do you say to your child? Sweetheart, what are you doing? I mean, where's this relationship going? Oh, but he says he loves me. What do you think of her? She's being stupid, or he's being stupid. That person doesn't love you, honey. Move on. Right? That's what we tell our kids. What's the difference between us and the Democrat? What's the difference? They're just taking advantage of us. They're just saying they ain't going nowhere. Psh. Nobody respects the doormat, okay? Nobody respects the doormat. Now think back in your mind. Did you ever have someone that was like crazy about you and they were just wanted so badly to be with you and your approval and everything, and you were kind of like, oh yeah, right, well, you know what, I just don't like her, or I just don't like her. Why? Because they were too easy. They didn't make you respect them. We teach people how to respect us. When you're too easy like that, people don't respect that. Now, I have to make this video short because it's only giving me like 5 minutes and 45 seconds, so let me talk fast. I might have to make a third, but anyway, yeah, nobody respects the doormat. We have to back up our words. We have to let them know. And let me tell you something. Biden made a lot of promises before he got elected, got into office, and when these so-called, pork chop preachers and whoever else was at that black meeting, Al Sharpton. Why do we even still welcome him in the community? The guy's been the biggest traitor. Now, this is another thing. We keep letting these traitors into our community. And, yeah, he started yelling at him. He said, America's in trouble, and it's not just because of black people. What? What?